Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1, and spoiler alert, if you're here and you're looking for one of these giddy match reactions, yeah, these shameless match reactions and a super, super positive match reaction, oh my days, we turned the corner, we beat the mighty Chelsea, yeah, then you're in the wrong place. You might as well close the video now because it's not that. 2-1 win, 10 players each. Same old Man United, bro. Same old Man United, bro. We need a player to get sent off for us to score goals. Like, unless we're playing against 10 men, we can't score goals. This is what it looks like. Everything about this game, yeah, was off key. From the starting lineup, we're starting Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw in the same defense. Lenny Euro dropped. Dorgu at left wing back with Maz at right wing back again. When we know that Maz in the system probably is best suited to the centre back role. Don't ask me why the manager's playing Shaw, Maguire and De Ligt in the back three. Ask the manager. Cass and Bruno in a double pivot, and then we've got Ahmad on the left, which makes no sense to this day. Mbumo and Benjamin Sesko, bruv. Chelsea go a man down. Well, no, I was going to say a good bit of play. Route one play from the goalkeeper. Sesko flicks it on. Mbumo runs onto it. Listen, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I have no problem with playing direct football like that. If we can make that work, I have no problem playing football like that. We end up getting their goalkeeper sent off. It looked like Chelsea's manager actually, as soon as they got a man sent off, it kind of looked like he gave up on the game because his substitutions were very, very negative. He took off 2 attackers, brought on a goalkeeper, and then soon after that, Cole Palmer, they're saying was an injury, went off. They made another defensive substitution. Instead of bringing on a more attacking player, they brought on another central midfielder. So he made 3 defensive changes. And I believe if he doesn't make such defensive changes and he leaves attacking threats on the pitch here, then we could have come unstuck today. We could have. We scored 2 goals. I know the second one was from a set piece. I can't even remember the first goal now. Well, I can remember it, the ball in, and then Bruno scored it. But I can't remember if it came from a set piece or if it's from open play. But I feel like it wasn't from open play directly, just because of the positioning of the players, innit? Because Bruno makes a late run and kind of runs off the defender. So I feel like the ball must have been stationary to get everyone into position, but I can't remember anyway. We score basically 2 goals that are very similar in how we manufactured them, because we weren't opening up Chelsea. We weren't getting in behind. We weren't getting loads of shots off. And then as soon as it was 10-10, Casemiro gets sent off. Silly challenge to make. Whether we agree or not, whether it was a fucking sending off or not, I don't think the 2 challenges he got booked for, even if you combine them, it's not a red card. But even that being the case, Cass is an experienced player and he'll know himself, yeah, that it's a decision he doesn't have to give the referee to make, bro. Every time referees send off players, they're always looking to fucking balance it out. Always. It's the unwritten rule in football. If a referee sends off your opponent, just know that they're looking to send someone off on your team. If the ref gives a penalty against your team, they're probably looking at any excuse to level it up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because these men can't just make a decision and just fucking live by it, bro. It's like emotionally, they're always looking to balance it. So knowing that, being Casemiro, you shouldn't make that challenge regardless. You give the ref a decision to make. And then on top of that, also, if you're a manager and you know your players and you know the conditions we're playing in and you know the kind of game it is, you know Cass is on a yellow card early, just take him off. I'm not saying it's the manager's fault that Cass got sent off, because it's Cass's fault he got sent off. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to deflect the blame. I'm just highlighting there was 2 opportunities for that red card to not happen. The manager either takes it out of Cass's hands or Cass just uses his fucking brain. He had a brain fart there, bro. And whether, even as much as I don't think, yeah, that was worthy of a sending off, it's foolish, innit? So There's no excuses for him either way. As soon as it's 0-0, Chelsea are on top again. I want it 0-0. I mean 10-10. As soon as it's 10-10, 10v10, Chelsea are on top again. What a fucking surprise. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in fighting, man always talk about silent agreements, innit? Always about silent agreements in the ring. And it's the same in football. When you go 2-0 up, you go down to 10 men and you decide to take off your striker, your main outlet, you agree that you don't, like, scoring's not that important to you anymore. You don't really want to score no more. And Chelsea saw that, bro. Manuel Ugarte. Another agreement you make when you bring in Ugarte is you make the agreement that the football's not that important to you. Because that guy has no ability on the ball and he's just a fucking track star. So when you've got a midfield pivot of Bruno and Ugarte, how much possession do you really think you're going to have? At one point in the second half, Chelsea had 78% of the ball and Man United were just sitting behind the ball praying. At Old Trafford, we're 2-0 up at Old Trafford, yeah? 10v10, and we're sitting behind the ball with no outlet, no striker, bro. This is what this Ruben Amorim has turned us into. Listen, there's a million reasons why I don't like Ruben Amorim. A million reasons. And I said it in the watch along, yeah. People like to pick and choose, yeah, the parts of Sir Alex Ferguson's tenure, yeah, that they want to try and lean upon, yeah, and make excuses for Manchester United managers. Oh, well, Fergie was given time. Fergie this, Fergie that. Fergie would never be playing against 10 men, yeah, at Old Trafford with 5 defenders. Fundamentally, Ruben Amorim, yeah, is too negative to be a Manchester United manager. Youth, courage, success. Youth, courage. Kobe Mino can't get a game. There's no courage, and we lose every week. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And the only reason why we didn't lose today is because they got a fucking red card. That's the only reason why we didn't lose. Because we could have drawn that game today. We could have drawn that game. We caught life a few times in the second half. But the funny thing is, 10v10, we didn't score. We didn't score. There's nothing that I can take from this game, yeah, that's positive, yeah, that I can say, all right, cool, we can copy and paste this into the Brentford game. We could easily go to Brentford and lose. And if we win against Chelsea, because they had 10 men, yeah, for a period before we did, but then go and lose to Brentford, then what does this game actually mean? What does it do? Because 3 points is 3 points. And no points is no points. It doesn't matter who you get those against. All this has done, yeah, is prolonged the inevitable, bro. Like, this feels like an extremely pointless win, bro. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're just banking points for the next manager because this guy cannot survive the season. He can't really survive the next international break if we're being honest because he's making too many mistakes. The football's awful, bruv. It's so bad. This is the same fan base that ran Louis van Gaal out, yeah, for trying to compete for a European space, yeah, with a much weaker squad than this. A much weaker squad than this. And man was saying, oh, the football was boring and that. What the hell do you call this? We were playing against 10 men, yeah, and for the most part, you couldn't tell that we were playing against 10 men at home. And then as soon as it was 10 versus 10, we were shit. Second best at home, hanging on for our lives at the end of the game. No impetus. No positive substitutions. Xerxes didn't see the pitch and Ahmad got flipping... Not Ahmad, sorry. Kobe got 7-8 minutes. Kobe got 7-8 minutes. Kobe should have come on, yeah, at half time instead of Ugarte to help us put our foot on the ball and manage the game, bruv. We're 2-0 up. We don't need to just say to Chelsea, you know what, you lot can have the football. We don't want it no more. You bring on Kobe, yeah, instead of Ugarte. That's what you do. And then we're good. Then we're good. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. In terms of personnel, we got good players. When Cunha came on, you saw the quality that he possesses. Mbumo always shows the quality he possesses. I feel sorry for Sesko because he actually makes some really good runs off the ball and the ball's not going into the right areas, bro. Like, the stats tell the story they tell, bro. Like, end of the first half, we're 2-0 up and we've had 3 shots on target, bro. 3 shots on target. And they were down to 10 men early. 3 shots on target. So apart from the 2 goals we scored, that were manufactured from set pieces, man made the goalkeeper work once. And even that, was it really work? We're not creating enough proper chances. That's why the big chance created stat and all these other stats, they're trash. We are not looking like a team, that are going to score goals. We don't put the balls in the right positions and the right areas to score goals. We do not do that. Until we start doing that, it don't matter who we have up front, because we're making him look, we're making him look way worse than he actually is, bro. If he plays for any of the other big 6 teams, he's probably on about 3 goals already this season. Bearing in mind he hasn't started that many games for us anyway, but that's besides the point. We're our own worst enemy when it comes to scoring goals. Cunha and Mbumo don't look like the Cunha and Mbumo of Wolves and Brentford. They don't. And it's because of this system and the way that the manager is trying to play them. And then my man's talking about the Pope and this, and I'm not going to change and all of this. Bro, just leave, bro. I'll be honest. Because United fans aren't enjoying football no more. They're not enjoying football. I don't care what they say. The highlight of the game for a lot of these men would have been booing Garnacho out the stadium. Shout out to the fans that booed the shit out of that flipping mutant. You know what I'm saying? That was probably the highlight of the game. Because that game was awful. You can't look me in my face, after that 96, 97 minutes that you wasted that you'll never get back and tell me that you enjoyed that football match. It was complete trash. It was complete trash. But we got the 3 points. And like I said, that's 3 points in the bank for the next manager when he comes in, bro. Because if Ten Hag wasn't banking them points for us last season, Ruben Amorim would have relegated us. So this is the 3 points. We got a charge to the game. Chelsea weren't really in a title race anyway, as much as they said they were world champions. Hold tight, Lewis, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he puts the belt down now. Do you know what I mean? Are we world champions now as well? Because we beat you as well. So what is it, our belt now?